guys, today we are out here in Claremont, Florida in one of the newest new construction communities here in the Wellness Way area. We're gonna check out this home behind me, the Roseland. This can be built up to 6 bedrooms. Don't worry, I'm gonna tell you all about it inside, so let's go take a look. So really quick before we start the tour, we are touring the Roseland floor plan today. This home can be built in a couple different configurations. So it can be between 4 to 6 bedrooms, 3.5 to 6 bathrooms. It starts at 4,272 square foot, and there are tons of structural changes in here that can change that, so I will go through all of that while we do the tour. All right, guys, let's start the tour. So immediately off of the front door to the left, we have this flex room. This is set up as an office, so if you're someone who needs an office space, we do have this extra flex space. But if you do want this to be a bedroom, this can actually be converted into a bedroom. So if you wanted the extra bedroom, you could get rid of this and add a bedroom instead of the office. One thing I really like about this floor plan is it feels grand. I'm gonna show you all of the views from the first floor to the second floor because they have 2 different spaces with cutouts that you can see all the way up to the second floor, and it just makes it feel so open and bright and honestly just fancy. So that's why I love this one so much. And then once we head further into the house, over here to my left is a separate dining area. Now, I like to point this out. This is a dining area. However, there is room in the kitchen for a table. So if you wanted to use this dining area for a playroom or a separate office or something like that, you don't have to use this as a dining room because there is room for a table in the kitchen, which I will show you in a minute. And let me show you one of the reasons why this home floor plan is one of my favorites that Pulte builds. You can add on a wine cave, and you guys, I'm a huge wino. If you did not know that about me, and now you do. I absolutely love wine, and I would 100% be adding this feature to my home. This is an add-on. It will cost you extra to change this if you wanted to add it to your home, but you can. Something I did want to point out about this community and Pulte, which we'll get into more in the kitchen, is they do have semi-custom home options, meaning you can select the home site. There are some structural changes that you can select, such as adding a wine cave. You can also choose all kinds of design center features as well and customize the home to your liking. Like I said, we'll get more into that in the kitchen, but let's continue walking through the first floor of this house. So as we continue into the back of the home, we've got this nice open floor concept. I'll take a spin around and show you, but we've got the living room, we've got the kitchen, we've got that separate dining area that I mentioned, and we even have a beautiful butler's pantry. We have an upgraded kitchen in here, so I'm gonna show you all of the details of this kitchen, and then we'll get into pricing, customization, all of that. All right, really quickly, I'm gonna take a moment to talk about pricing and how this community is working as far as builds go. As I mentioned before, these homes are fully customizable, meaning you can pick all of the finishes, you can pick the lot, you can change some structural components, so all of that is going to affect the price. So I'm going to tell you the base price, which is $799,990. As a reminder, that does not include the lot premium or any upgrades you choose. One of my favorite features of this house, minus the wine cave, is the grandiose living room. So you can see all the way up to the second floor. It is beautiful in here. And Claremont is super pretty. If you're not aware, Claremont's a little bit more out there. It's a little more hilly and picturesque, but it's still really close to Winter Garden, so you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. That's why people are kind of leaning towards Claremont more recently, because it's just beautiful out here, but you can get bigger lots and it's just a little bit more spacious. So now we're heading to the right side of the home, and we've got some really cool stuff in here. So first and foremost, I'm going to take you to the left. This is a full bathroom with a shower, but the cool part is there is a door out here that goes straight to the backyard and the pool. So this would be considered a pool bath. And it basically just allows your guests who are in the pool to not have to run through the house with wet feet, traipsing all over your home, slipping and falling. They have access to the full bathroom without having to traipse through the house. The other thing that's really great about this floor plan is the storage. So right outside of most of the bathrooms, you're gonna have a linen closet. So this is outside of the pool bathroom. So there is some storage in the cabinets here, but you don't have to waste storage on, your towels and stuff like that. You can put it right here in this closet. And then before we go into this last bedroom over here, I want to show you this little drop zone over here. Let's turn the light on. So first, let's check out the garage. So this is a 3-car garage. I'll just flip around and show you guys. So you've got the 2 right there and then the single one over here. So whether you're planning on parking 3 cars or just using some of it for storage, you've got a nice 3-car garage here. And then you have this cute little drop zone. So as you come inside from your day at work or, you know, going to the grocery store, you've got this drop zone where you can hang your bags or put your shoes and stuff like this. This builder, I don't think offers like this built-in as part of your design package. I do believe you would have to do that on your own, and it's not an upgrade option, but they're kind of just showing you what you can do with the space. But look how cute this is. They've got the table, a little mirror, and it's a nice wide hallway. And there is a Harry Potter closet as well. So there's some stuff in here for the builder, but they're really trying to put as much storage in here as they can. Anyway, so now we're going, the pool bath is directly in front of me, and then to the right, this room is really cool. So as a standard, this would just be a flex room. This is an upgrade that you could add on. Like I mentioned before, they do have quite a few architectural changes that you can make to the home. It just adds more money to the base price of the home. But this is a next gen suite that you can add on to this house. So if you have another family member living with you, or maybe a college age kid or a high schooler who wants some more privacy, this is basically their own wing of the house. As you enter this wing of the house, you'll see there's a little sitting bedroom over here, and there's also a full bathroom in here. So they would have this whole wing of the house to themselves. Outside, we have this beautiful extended covered lanai. There is a summer kitchen out here, which would be an upgrade, or you can just add a pre-plumb and do that later on. And this builder also allows you to add a pool to the home. Really quickly, before we head upstairs, I just want to talk about why I'm here for just a moment, because I don't work for this builder. I'm just a realtor here in Central Florida who happens to love helping people purchase new construction homes. I'm not going to get into it too much in this video, but I'm going to link a video above 5 reasons why it's essential to use a realtor during a new construction transaction. The most important thing that you need to know right now is if you would like to purchase a home in this community and you would like me to represent you, I will have to be present with you the first time that you visit the sales office. So make sure you just give me a call first and I will set up the appointment for us. And don't worry, this builder is buyer's agent friendly, so they do not mind if I am along helping you purchase this home. Now, additionally, if you've never purchased a new construction home before, you're not really sure where to start, how it all works, I do have a completely free new construction guide that I'm more than happy to send you. Just send me an email and I'll send it right over. Also, really quickly too, before I go back inside, I did want to touch on the fact that this is an HOA community. I'm going to go ahead and put the HOA and CDD numbers on the screen here, but they do have some fantastic amenities in this community. They have a resort style pool. They're going to have multiple pickleball courts. The HOA actually does include cable and internet as well. The HOA is a little bit higher with the CDD, but it does make up for it with the amenities that they offer. Okay, so now we're gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna show you the second floor of this home. And really quickly, while I'm walking upstairs, I haven't even introduced myself yet. I'm Carly, the Enchanted Agent with Denny's Realty Partners, and I'm your Central Florida Disney loving realtor. So if you're looking to make a move closer to the magic, reach out and let's find your happily ever after. So now we're gonna check out the primary bedroom. Usually I make you wait until the end, but since this flows so well, we're just gonna go here first. So I have shown these in a couple of other videos. I've actually filmed this floor plan before in Winter Garden, but it's my favorite, so I'm just gonna keep showing it as much as I can. So as you enter this primary bedroom, there's actually a separate sitting area in here, which I think is so cool. You can have, again, your own wing of the house in here, set up a TV, hang out and just chill in here, and you don't have to leave. And then there's a large bedroom too, and you can kind of see the sitting room has a wall around it, but it's open to the bedroom. So it still feels very open, very bright, but it's a really cool feature, I think. And you're not gonna wanna miss this primary bathroom because it is absolutely beautiful. This bathroom is humongous. And guys, I did want to point out really quickly, this neighborhood is so new that they haven't finished with these models yet. they're in what you would call the tape walkthrough phase of this. So you'll notice there's patches of paint and there's tape everywhere. That's just the builder's way of indicating like, hey, this isn't done yet, we need to fix this. So they're not fully done yet, but your girl wanted to get in early and show you what you're missing here in Claremont, Florida, because you can get introductory pricing right now. And as this neighborhood continues to sell, the prices are gonna keep going up. So anyway, ignore the paint and things like that. It's not gonna look like that when you live here, obviously, but anyway, that was quite a tangent. So now here we are in the bathroom. So there is a walk-in shower. You can choose to upgrade and add this separate bathtub as well. Again, that is your choice. It will cost more money to add that, but it is an option if you are a bathtub person like me. There is the option to add that. Otherwise, you can just do the standard shower. And another great thing about this bedroom and this bathroom is there is dual primary closets. So you each have your own side. They're completely disconnected and they are pretty big. They've got some nice built-ins. Again, I'm not sure if this builder includes the built-ins, if they're an add-on that you can pay for, but it kind of just shows you what your closet could look like. But two totally separate closets. And there is also a linen closet. So right outside of the closet, you've got another linen closet here. So you can store all of your bathroom things without having to take up space anywhere else. So super awesome. So now just to remind you where we are, the staircase is right in front of me, and now we're gonna continue down this hallway. And I love this. Look at how this is set up. I mentioned before, this is super wide open. You've got this beautiful like catwalk that takes you to the other side of the house. And you can see how grand it is from up here. I think that's awesome. Anyway, so continuing straight, there are two sides to the second floor, so we're gonna head to the right first. We are entering the second bedroom on the second floor of this home, and I love this floor plan so much, you guys. Every time I walk in here, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I'm gonna try my best to explain what it is, but I'm gonna show you too. So it's kind of like a Jack and Jill bathroom, but each side of the bedrooms have their own sink, they have their own vanity, and then the shower and the toilet are in a shared middle location. So you're getting so much privacy in here, but you still have that connected bathroom. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So again, you can close each door connecting to each bathroom to the vanity. They have their own closet over here, but then the toilet, a separate linen closet, and the shower bathtub is in a middle ground section. So, you know, if you have two siblings who are trying to get ready for school, they each have their own private vanity area and they're not gonna be fighting for space. And then if you walk through, the other bedroom is just right here. Now we are heading to the other side of the home, and then we are going to head into the laundry room next. So this laundry room is gorgeous. One thing I did want to point out structurally that you can change is you can add the sink and you can add the cabinets. Those are not standard. So if you don't add those on, it's just going to be the laundry room with the wire rack. There's not gonna be cabinets, there's not gonna be a sink. So in my opinion, I think that's a really good add-on. And then I mentioned before, there's two areas with like really grand entrances. So this is actually the view from the front door on the second floor. Look how cool this is. I'm trying to give you the angles without dropping my camera here. But yeah, you can look down to the front. So when you're downstairs, it's just so grand. And we're almost done with the tour, but I have one more bedroom and there's a closet right outside of the bedroom. So again, tons of storage. Here's the last bedroom in this home, and this one is unique because it does have an ensuite bathroom in here as well. So again, if you have a family member who's looking for extra privacy, this is also a good room for them. And I will take you a spin around and show you everything in here. Well, the tour of this home is over, but stay tuned because I'm getting into all things Claremont. what this area is going to be like, what the HOA is, what the amenities are going to be, how much it's going to cost you. We're also going to talk about outside of the neighborhood where you can do shopping, entertainment, and all of that. So make sure you stay tuned because I'm getting into all of that now. And also, if you have found value in this video thus far, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel because I post new videos like this every week all over Central Florida. Okay, so let's talk about what life would be like here in Claremont, Florida. First and foremost, Claremont, Florida is located in Lake County. This community is located right off of Highway 27, but is also super close to Horizon West. But first, we're going to talk about Southern Hill Farms, which you can be to in about 10 minutes from this community. This is a 120-acre family-owned farm, which features you-pick seasons. You can pick things like blueberries, peaches, sunflowers, and more depending on the season. They also have food and entertainment. You'll probably spend a lot of time in Hamlin Town Center, which is a little under 10 miles away from the community and features all kinds of shopping, dining, entertainment, fitness, and more. This will also be your closest grocery shop, which they have Publix and Walmart. Let's get into some important drive times, but please note these are based on the times when I was filming this video and may vary. But from this community, you can be on Walt Disney World property in just about 15 minutes. You can be to Universal Orlando Resort, including their brand new theme park, Epic Universe, in a little over 30 minutes. You can also be to both Orlando International Airport and downtown Orlando in a little over 30 minutes. Unfortunately, the tour of this beautiful home has come to an end, but if you have any questions about this home, this community, the area of Claremont, or any real estate needs in the Central Florida area, all of my contact info is at the end of this video. If you've been thinking about making a move closer to the magic, reach out and let's find your happily ever after.